I'm back with another one, and today we're looking at a helicopter. So it's made by Syma or Syma, however you say that, and it's the S107G. And I got this just for over $20 on Amazon. So thank you, Amazon. So let's look at the front of the box here. And it's the Metal Series 3-channel infrared RC mini helicopter. Special indoor design. 3-way precision controller. Adjustable trim control. Rechargeable LiPo battery. That's the helicopter. And through this plastic, it looks pretty nice. I see that the helicopter has a metal body and some legs that look like metal. Your own space in the sky. So I got this in that high-vis green. They also make different colors. I think this side displays the colors. They make a red one, a yellow, and a blue. And of course the green. It's got a cool little handle on top. It says for ages 14 plus. Here's this side of the box. It shows the metal body, the tail, and the remote. Okay, here's the back of the box. And here's this side of the box. Okay. So why did I buy this helicopter? I like the brand. That Syma brand seems to put a good quality product out for the price. And this was only $20. And in my comments, I've also seen people wanting me to recommend a affordable helicopter for someone younger. So let's see if this this very cheap helicopter does that. And just so you guys know, I paid for this with my own money, and so yeah. So right away I noticed that there's like a piece of plastic over the piece of plastic in front of the actual box. Let me just take that off just to see what it looks like. And that's the actual helicopter. It's pretty decent size. It's actually the same, I would, just by looking at it, kind of the same size as my Sky Rover helicopter. So I'll be comparing them side by side just to see how big it is compared to it. So alright, so open up a side here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to need a knife. Give you guys a better view. Big piece of foam. It's wedged in there pretty good. Oh yeah. There we go. Empty box. So in the foam, you have the helicopter, the remote. The back feels like the remote can easily pull out, but okay, cool. But the remote's in there real good, so you don't have to worry about things moving while it's getting shipped. So I'm gonna put this down for a second. Something you should read. And of course the owner's manual, which I always recommend that you read before you fly. Okay. So I'm going to pull out the remote. It's just pushed in there. Here it is. Nice. I like the remotes for helicopters where it doesn't spring back all the way down. It actually stays where you want it to be. So that's a nice feature. On and off switch. Looks like a trim switch. Or I should say trim lever. It says left and right. And then there's an A and a B, so I'm guessing if you bought more than one, you would change the channel just so they wouldn't interfere with each other. Okay. And these look like a button, but they're kind of like a blue, clear, I'm not sure what that is. The bottom of the remote says gyroscopes system. Okay. Battery compartment. So let's get the, I'm gonna grab that little baggie in the back here. Charging cord, and it's got that special little connector, and it looks to be like a charger that'll glow when it's charging, and when it's done charging it'll stop glowing. So I like these. Okay. And they give you an extra propeller for the let me show you guys the back little wing ear or propeller. Okay. But I didn't get a screwdriver this time. Whatever. So let's look at the helicopter before I pull it out. It looks really nice. Let's take this out. And again, packaged very well. I don't think any of this would work loose while going through shipping. And again, I like the two products that I have from Syma. They both work very good, and their product just kind of feels like it's made well. So let's just hope that that same applies for this RC helicopter. Okay. Oh wow. You can feel the weight of that thing. Pretty cool. So let's look at the helicopter. Yeah, you can definitely feel its weight. It's not a bad thing. I feel like, you know, something that has some weight to it is a quality product. So you see the little gears inside. They don't look like cheap plastic. They actually look pretty decent. I see a little board in there. Okay. I see a charging port right there. The body looks great. And here's the model number, S107. There's a off and on switch right there. Little guy. Oh, turned it on. So the battery must be installed already. And I see that it has 2 motors. Okay. Here's the bottom. Here's the back. Here's the top. And again, it's got some weight, and it feels like good quality. And it's real metal. Okay. So let me grab my Sky Rover helicopter to compare it in size. So here's my Sky Rover. Okay. So let's just compare a couple things before I place it next to it. The body on the Sky Rover is not metal right away, first thing, nor the bottom landing gear. Of course, the cockpit or body of the helicopter is still plastic, but this rod here is metal, and so are these supports. But it's still got that horizontal little propeller on the back. And same thing as the Syma one. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty much the same thing as far as size and maybe look. Okay. So let me see if the Syma plug fits in the Sky Rover helicopter. And I'm sure it will, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so it fits. Okay, good to know. So they're right next to each other, and they are pretty much the same. Just by looking at both, I mean, they're pretty close in size. I think the Sky Rover is a little taller as far as the body height. Okay. But the propellers look pretty much the same. And the little propeller back here looks pretty much the same. On the Syma one, this little back, whatever you want to call it, wing here, seems like made of better material. It's a little thicker than the Sky Rover one. The Sky Rover one, I mean, you can almost see through the plastic. That's how thin it is. And the Sky Rover does have 2 little motors. As you can see, there's 1 and 2. But yeah, that's pretty much the same size as a Sky Rover. I just really like the body, the metal chassis of this helicopter, and that you can see the gears in there. The Sky Rover kind of covers that all up. Not to say that it's bad, but you get more of a mechanical look to this. So let's keep going. Let me put this other helicopter away. Oh, and just to compare it, here's my other Syma helicopter. That's the S100. I love this little guy. Alright, so I read through the manual. One thing I wanted to point out is this button or knob. That is a trim button. So if the helicopter starts flying in the air and you notice that it's turning left or right, you would counter that with that knob right there. So that's a pretty nice trim button, because sometimes with helicopters they'll be spinning fast and you're trying to counter that and you're thinking it ain't doing nothing. So hopefully, I'm thinking this would be an easier, faster way to trim. So that's a nice feature. And then, so on the remote, this remote takes 6 double A's, and the helicopter, the charging time can be 40 to 50 minutes, and flying time is about 6 to 7 minutes. Good piece of info. And of course, there's a binding feature like there is with any drone or helicopter. What they want you to do is turn on the helicopter, put it on the ground, turn on the remote, go up and down with the left stick on the remote, and that should bind the remote to the helicopter. And on this side of the manual, it just shows you how to basically operate it. And on this part, it will describe the trim. So, and on the back of this, it shows that you can buy parts, and I really like that. I like that that you can buy these parts, so you can keep having the toy that you paid for, and you know, not having to buy a new one. It just it makes me feel like this company is trying to do good, and yeah, trying to be a good company. So let's get this plugged in and get it going. So I'm thinking, like I said, that this cord lights up. So let's see what happens here. As you can see, it does. Okay. Let's plug in the drone, or I'm sorry, let's plug in the helicopter. And this only goes in one way. And I'm thinking it goes in like so. Yep. So that's done. And let's put some batteries in this remote. So with the remote, I pointed out these two, it looks like buttons, but they're nothing. They're just little caps. They must use this case for other products they have, and they just put some blanks in there. And so, and this again, this switch is a, I guess you can pick a frequency, and it doesn't matter which one, but you got to pick, you know, either A or B, and turn it on and go through the same binding procedure I just brought up to bind with the helicopter. But yeah, that is a frequency switch. Okay, so let's open this up and get some batteries going. Oop. batteries. And thank you, Duracell. Whoops. So I'm just going to turn the remote on just to see what it does. Oh, cool. It's got a green light. That's the first remote I ran into that's actually got a green flashing light. Okay, turn that back off. And with the weight of the batteries, this remote feels pretty heavy, but it's not a bad thing. Without the batteries, the remote feels, you know, whatever, light. But yeah. So I'm gonna let this little helicopter keep charging, and I'll show you guys when it's done charging, and hopefully that LED shines back up and you get to see that. So I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So as you can see, the LED turned back on. So let's get this thing unplugged and see how she flies. So let's turn it on. Again, it's that small switch on the side here. And we have a blinking LED in the front. Let's turn on the remote. Turn it on. I'm gonna go up, down. Okay. So I'm gonna put this on the floor. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna face you guys that direction and adjust the view. Hopefully you guys can see. Let's see how this works out. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, first thing I want to say, very smooth. I did have to adjust some trim. Very little though. And when I adjusted the trim knob, it was very minimal amount that I had to adjust to get it to go the direction I thought it needed to go. Yeah, this is very nice. Wow. And the sound that this thing is making is very impressive. Okay, that's how stable it is. Small, very small input to keep it hovering. I really like this. I'm gonna drop it down. And I'm gonna switch up to my head here so I can fly it around. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me just check. Yep, looks good. So let's give this a try. Yeah, this is very good. I'm liking this helicopter. Now, again, it's got up and down power, like a lot. You got a lot of power to go up and down. And as far as going forward, it doesn't have a lot of forward pitch, but that's okay. This is a very good beginner drone, or I'm sorry, beginner helicopter. Very smooth. And it goes where you point it. And again, it's very stable. I'm not even touching the remote and it's just staying put, so I'm really liking this thing. And of course, the more you fly any toy, the better you will get flying it around. I am really happy with this product. Again, I think Syma builds very good remote control products, and here's another example of a good product they make. And it is amazing how smooth it is. Now this drone, again, isn't the biggest drone, or I'm sorry, this helicopter isn't the biggest helicopter, so flying it outdoors probably not a good idea. The wind would just kind of take it wherever it would want it to, wherever the wind wants it to go. But as far as indoor flying, it's doing a great job. That LED up front looks very cool. And again, this thing is doing great. Again, not a lot of forward pitch. That's okay. It's not like super slow. You can actually get it going pretty good. And the battery's dying. I'm full throttle and it's just hovering off the ground. Just gonna see what happens if I keep going. Nothing. It'll just eventually hit the ground. All right. So this helicopter, it is awesome. I really enjoyed flying it. The battery was fully charged. You saw how long it lasted. It's a very good looking helicopter. Very smooth. Lots of power to go up and down. Again, it doesn't pitch forward a lot to go forward, but that's okay. It flies at a decent speed. You can easily learn how to fly this guy. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. This is the best $20 helicopter that I have. I mean, I think it's a great deal. Again, I think anybody can learn how to fly this very fast. You know, I have that Sky Rover. Let me just show you guys. I have this guy too, the Sky Rover, and I feel like this Sky Rover is a lot harder to learn how to fly than the Syma. So I can recommend this easily. So if you're looking for a gift to give somebody, or you know, just another piece to your collection, don't hesitate. This guy is well worth its money. I think it was just over $20 I spent, and yeah, it does a great job. If I was to say something negative or something I don't like about it, it would be these 3 blue caps on top. To me, it looks kind of funny. I wish there were like a black or a charcoal cover, but I mean, that's only personal taste. But as far as the controls and how good this little trim knob works, you can't say nothing bad about this control or helicopter. They both do a great job. Just over $20 for the helicopter. I mean, you can't hate on it. So so this goes for all those people that are looking for a inexpensive $20 helicopter. I'd go with this one, the Syma S107, and I think this one had a G behind it. So that's the model, and I got this on Amazon. And again, I think Syma always makes a great product, and yeah. So there you go, guys. Another one for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.